After years of avoiding this game like a plague, seeing a bunch of these ads,
in Albion, you can be anything you want to be.
I finally decided to give it a shot. And now that I got my new phone, I was trying to find something that I could, kind of test out my new phone with. And surprisingly, it runs really well on my phone, and I've been having a really good time with this game. So anyways, here's the rest of my first impressions on this and talking a little bit more about it. The interesting part is that it actually is cross-platform, so I can use my same account from my phone on the PC, so this is pretty badass. I already don't like the controls. I got really accustomed to my phone controls, which surprisingly the controls are really good on the phone, just from like, the normal pad or whatever. Like it actually works really well. It kind of reminds me a lot of playing like Path of Exile or something, or maybe like Diablo on consoles type of thing. It works really well. This is click to move, so this is like, like you would typically find in a PC game like this, top down. The really cool thing about this game is that it's completely sandboxy, similar to what we have in New World, where you could just do whatever the hell you want. But New World had a little bit more direction because there was quest lines to follow and like main quests and side quests and all that stuff. This game doesn't have stuff like that. So initially you're given a bunch of like quests to start as a tutorial. And then the game basically just turns into a freestyle of just doing whatever the hell you want. One of the really cool things that I've noticed with this game is that it does have a cash shop, but it doesn't seem like there's any severe pay to win. Like, it seems like it's doable for free. And the main reason why is because right here on this, you can buy the premium thing with in-game currency. So there's two different currencies. There's the normal silver that you get from just like selling stuff on the auction house and stuff. And then there's gold that is basically treated like Guild Wars 2 style, where you can actually take the money and convert it. So basically I can take all the gold, like the silver I've been earning in the game, and then convert it to gold, which is like the premium currency. I don't think there's a way to actually buy this stuff as far as I can see, unless there's some hidden way to do it that I don't know of. So that kind of sucks, but I don't know. As far as cosmetics, I personally don't really care that much. I'm not that much of a vanity fanatic, to care. As long as my guy looks decent, I really don't give a shit. And honestly, this is a top-down game, so you don't really see your character anyway, so don't really care that much. It's pretty interesting in this game. They have little mini dungeons in here. It's really cool that you could just kind of jump in real quick and boom, I QS DPS, whatever. This game is very freeform with the class builds. It's similar to New World with that, where you can be whatever you want to be. So if I want to slap on heavy armor and then wear use a fire staff, I can go ahead and do that. You can do whatever you want. And the skill tree, which they call the Destiny board, is similar to Path of Exile, but not as complicated as Path of Exile. So it's pretty straightforward. It leads straight into you see trainee fighter. So this is the tutorial. It leads into this to get you started on stuff. So it's you can start with a fire staff, you get a shield, you get a sword, and you get a bow. Okay, so you got those options of stuff to do, and then from there you can kind of branch off and become whatever you want to be. So if you start using bows and you start using them pretty often, you'll level this up, and you'll learn new skills, and then it starts branching off into even more skills. And then look, I can start using a spear, or I can advance the bow fighter some more, and then it keeps going down that tree. So this is all bow stuff right here. So to increase the damage of bows and stuff like that. So and see how these are different types of bows. So you got the regular ass bow, and then you got the war bow, a long bow, whisper bow, wailing bow, and they all have their own individual skills and stuff that are tied to each weapon type. At first I was intimidated by this, but this is not that bad. Right now I've been focusing on I'm wearing light armor because it increases magic damage and stuff, and it gives me more mana regen and all that stuff. And I'm also using fire staff, so I'm basically playing the same character that I was playing in New World. So now I'm just playing it in Albion. So you see I'm working on Pyromancer. Look, I can upgrade my skill right now. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Boom. So I got that. So now it gave me a new tier of stuff. So let me see what it is. So level, what am I? Level 9? Okay. So I didn't get anything new yet, but at level 10, I'll get access to Expert Fire Staff. So that's a tier 5 staffs. Yeah, my staff right now is a tier 4, and I got this gold one. So this is like the highest quality that I could get. I haven't enhanced it because I didn't feel like enhancing it since, you know, I felt like I was going to replace it soon. But you see how each weapon type, like Fire Staff, for example, I can pick different abilities. Like this is a single target attack, so I could swap over this AoE for a single target if I want. There's also Wall of Flames that I just unlocked. I want to see what that's about. Ignite, let's see. If the enemy is below 40% health, cast times will be reduced by 40%. Oh, that's good. I didn't know that I could use it that way. Ignite the enemy, dealing 343 damage. Yeah, this is like a big ass single target damage attack. This one is an AoE though, so the Wall of Flames creates a 14-meter wire wall in front of you, lasts for 5 seconds, sets all enemies aflame. I think I'd rather use Ignite still because it's a really nice burst attack. They have the weapons that you could swap over to also to change your build up. The only downside is that you can't have multiple equipped at the same time. Like you can't weapon swap. Another really cool thing about this game is that they have PvP zones, and this is something I wish New World had, like actual dedicated places for PvP that actually have like better drop rates on stuff. Like you see it's like the hides here, materials to gather. I assume like flagging for PvP is similar to Black Desert Online, because you see how up here it says change to hostile. Changes to hostile will allow you to attack all players in PvP enabled regions. Okay, so it's only in the PvP enabled ones. So the blue areas, like the one I was just looking at here, like for example where I am right now, these are blue zones, so these are friendly for the most part. It's just PvE zones. Yellow means that I think that you can actually flag there, so there's potential for somebody to gank you. Red is like, that's like PvP on, like guaranteed. So that's the places you really gotta be careful with. And then there's a full loot PvP system also in there's like a specific area that has that. I don't know where it is exactly. I know it has like a skull on it or whatever, like a skull on the name. See, like this, I think that's full loot PvP. I'm not exactly sure, but it does exist in this game. So that's another really cool thing. So at least everybody has their option in the way of they want to play this game. It's a true sandbox game. The only thing this game is missing is actual quests. So if you're expecting to see like actual quest lines to follow, then you're gonna be disappointed with this game, because this game is a true sandbox game. Basically the quest is up here. It's this here. It's this tree, basically your level up tree that you start working on. So basically going down that tree is your quest. That's how this game is treated. It's like that. So like right now I'm 69% in to getting the Great Fire Staff leveled up, you know, like that stuff, which I can actually learn something right now. Let me go ahead and do it. There, I learned some stuff. So that's basically how this whole thing works. So you're working towards this, kill creatures. I need to get 269,000 XP to, you know, get to that point, and then I can level it up and then move on to the next point. And that's the questing of this game basically. And then of course we got mounts and stuff. The mounts work as bag space basically, because like you have actual bag space that you can get. Like I have this Novice bag that helps me a little bit. It's not by much. You see it only adds another 20, I think, and then yeah, it only adds 20 to my max load. That's pretty shitty. But I bought a different mount, so I got the horse. The horse moves faster, but can't really hold that much. So it holds 110 weight. The ox that I just got, this guy holds a lot. This guy holds over 1,000. So 1165 kg, like kilograms. I don't know. I think that's what that is. But it holds a lot more space. So I ended up buying that. I got it on the auction house for 11,000 silver. So that helps me out. So I can swap over to my ox and then have him out. And the way like the gathering works in this game is like, it's kind of similar to Black Desert Online style. You gotta have your mounts out because like you'll actually park him. You see, like the mount will park, and there's like this big ass circle in here. So as long as I'm inside the circle, the mount would give me the buff of the weight limit increase. The moment I get out of it, he's gonna unspawn. You see, it disappears, and I'll lose that bonus. So that's the one thing to keep in mind. So I just learned that now when I was playing around with the ox. And just running around gathering, I got over encumbered and I was walking super slow. So it wasn't until I pulled out my ox again that I was able to move normal like nothing, you know. So it's kind of like it works as a buff almost to your character. You see, there goes somebody running with the ox right now, and this guy's doing donuts over here with his horse. Like these, I've been gathering this flax. Flax is actually worth a good amount of money, so I've been selling that on the auction house. Oh, there my dungeon has started. So let me just gather this real quick, and I'm gonna get in the dungeon. All right, so the combat is like similar to what you would see in like Diablo, but not as fast paced. It's just like, you know, clicking on them, it does an auto attack, and then you can also use your actual abilities. So I have 3 abilities that I can use, and then the others are like buffs. Like this one, Mend Wounds, is like a rest, and then the energy regen is literally just regenning my mana. Let me throw a fireball. Ah, shit. I threw it like right when the guy died. Oh, he yanked me. I'm gonna move out the way. I wish this game was 3D though. I don't really care for games that are top down like this, but this one's actually pretty fun with just the raw amount of content it has. Yeah, this is way different to play it this way. I'm so used to playing it with my phone. I feel like the phone gameplay is like way easier. It's so odd to even say that. Like I actually enjoy playing it on my phone more. This game is weird because you don't revive people. They just revive themselves once you get out of combat. So they just stay dazed. You see how they're dizzy right now? So now see, they're reviving themselves, and then eventually they'll come back to life, and that's it. It's really weird in this game. So you don't die and go back to town or whatever. There's none of that shit. Like you just basically like you have to wait to respawn, like to wake up from your respawn time or whatever. The combat is pretty generic, old school style, like just slow and tab targety. So don't expect anything amazing. No dodging, no blocking, no active combat. It's just pretend like you're playing Diablo pretty much. That's how this game is. So if you're used to Diablo type games, then you'll definitely love this game. It's probably more fun to play as like a melee guy. I didn't really spend too much time with melee, but I might try it eventually. Right now I'm just trying to level up fire staff because I just love fire staff. But then there's like a million other staffs too. There's like arcane, there's ice, there's all sorts of shit. So plenty of options of different types of stuff to play with. This has been pretty badass. I really like this game a lot, and I really hope that New World turns into this game. Just copy paste it. That's all you gotta do, New World. Copy paste Albion, and that's it. And you got yourselves a really good game. I can literally sit here and just smack on rocks all day. It's just like New World when it comes to like the gathering and crafting and stuff. That's why I really like this game too. I just wish it wasn't top-down view. If it was like 3D behind the guy, like that would be great. I don't even care about the graphics. All I care about is the camera angle. All right, but that's Albion Online. I definitely recommend it. It's free to play. Just go ahead and download it and try it. It doesn't take that much hard drive space either, so it's actually worth it to just kind of, you know, install real quick and try it out for yourself. Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.